I've made some keyboards in my time and so have everyone else, but there's one small problem. It's all too slow. Look at this keyboard. It takes like a full minute just to clear the display. Or my old keyboard where it takes up to 40 seconds just to type a space. So today, I solved that problem and I made the first and only world's fastest Redstone keyboard. But wait, I can't just show you that and call that the video. I gotta show you how I made it. So here's how I made the world's fastest Redstone keyboard. First thing I did was make the fastest display, which might not be the fastest display. You could probably make it a tad faster, but compared to the old design when pressing M on both, it's quite faster. The way I made this is using instant wire, but I gotta explain what instant wire is. There's two types of instant wire in this build, real instant wire and normal instant wire. What instant wire does is, like the name suggests, it's a repeater that's instant. That's the easiest way I can explain it. Now my two brain cell brain cannot explain how in the world of real instant wire works, like it's just black magic, man. I don't know how this works. So back to the display, it just uses the standard 2x2 lamp pixels, then 5x5 of those, which makes up each digit, then 20 digits, which makes up the entire display. Then the next part I had to figure out was how to make the counting system. And I'll say now if it wasn't clear, this isn't a binary build. Each part of this is a circuit that physically changes. So making a counting system, yeah, cool, you could just use hoppers for that. However, no, this time around I wanted backspace support. Okay, easy, let's just use droppers in a red coder to make backspace. Well, now the problem is there's 20 digits, not 15, so that won't work. What I need is a circuit that can count forever, but also go backwards. So I made this, the countering 7001. Now this also isn't the fastest. If I were to redo it, it could be faster. How it is now, it takes 10 ticks for it to switch over, about half a second. So say if there were to be a faster version, it could probably be down to 4 or 6 ticks. And now that we have all that done, we just gotta connect 47 lines of redstone that travel over 700 blocks in the same tick. Final thing I'd like to point out is just the size of this. This is keyboard V1, which comes out of 31,500 blocks. Then keyboard V2, which is much bigger and comes out of 135,250 blocks. And then keyboard V3, which at its scale alone is enough to tell you how big it is, but it comes in at a block count of 340,500 blocks. And looking at them all next to each other, it's actually insane. Also, this has a name. It's called Risk. Really insanely speedy keyboard. Yet again, a perfect name. The 4D door. So with all that said, how does this compare to the old version? Well, there's 3 tests I want to do. Typing, backspace, and reset. For typing, it can type the word subscribe in 7.5 seconds, which is how long it should take the average person to hit that button right under this video. Unlike the other keyboard, where it takes 1 minute and 27 seconds, and don't even try to type M, it takes 36 seconds just to do that. While on the new one, it's the same speed it takes on any letter, 0.8 seconds, or 16 game ticks, which is about 8 redstone ticks. And for backspace, the new keyboard has backspace, however the old one does not. So if you make a mistake, hope that was final. Backspace is also pretty simple with the way it's set up. It just tells it, hey, can you just forget you're on digit 5 and just go back to digit 4? And then it'll just revert to the last digit. Now for the time it takes to reset, well, yeah, you can see it's much faster. Oh yeah, just a note, I did some math and found out, if you count every pixel as 1 bit, then there's almost 3 kilobytes of memory in this thing. 3 kilobytes. Full number is 2.87 kilobytes. So that's it. The world's fastest redstone keyboard that I know of. And because it looks cool, here's an animation showing it off. If you want to try this keyboard out for yourselves, there's a world download in my Discord server that you should totally join. To use the world, you will need the carbon mod to spawn in the NPCs. Because the machine is so big, you need the NPCs to keep it all loaded. But if you just like big giant redstone, you'll probably like this video where I remade the limbo keys in Minecraft.